10 Best Dark Fantasy Manhwa You Should Read, Ranked. The dark fantasy manhwa genre combines fantasy, dark elements, and intricate world building to create immersive and thought-provoking stories. Works offer captivating tales with mature themes and morally ambiguous characters. From apocalyptic scenarios to magical lores, these manhwa explore themes of second chances, revenge, and the destruction and rebuilding of worlds. The manhwa industry has many genres that appeal to a broad audience, and among those at the forefront is the dark fantasy genre. The dark fantasy manhwa genre is a genre that capably blends fantasy, dark elements, and intricate world building to tell captivating tales set in immersive worlds. These manhwa often survey realms with more mature themes and where moral ambiguity reigns supreme. The genre offers readers a journey into the halls of imagination filled with rich character development and expansive world building from diverse imaginary perspectives, creating a thought-provoking and exciting reading experience. 10. Pick Me Up, Infinite Gacha. Pick Me Up is a dark fantasy manhwa that operates on the premise of isekai, and in this case, it takes place in a game called Infinite Gacha. The story revolves around the game master protagonist, Loki, known as Hanizat, and the game master ranked the 5th best player in the world of the mobile gacha game. He suddenly finds himself as a game character, Hanizat, after losing consciousness during a typical dungeon raid. Now an in-game character, Han must clear the game to its 100th floor to return to Earth. To do this, he must lead his newbie master and other heroes and survive the ordeals of the game. 9. SSS Class Suicide Hunter. SSS Class Suicide Hunter takes the word suicide quite literally through its protagonist. The manhwa fuses magic, adventure, and dark elements to deliver an exciting storyline. The story focuses on the central character, Kim Gongja, who is initially depicted as self-loathing and envious. In a fantastical world dominated by the activities of the tower, Kim Gongja is only an extra without any skills, unlike the main characters, as he thought. His envy of others is so noticeable that it gains the attention of the tower. Kim Gongja is finally bestowed an S-rank skill, but one that comes at the heavy cost of suicide to activate. Upon activation, his life goes back in time by 24 hours. With his newfound skill, whether he can rewrite the events of an already written history remains to be seen. 8. Return to Player. Return to Player is a typical dark fantasy manhwa that is appreciated more for its exploration of mythic constellation lore, which, in tandem with its rich storyline, presents readers with an exciting experience. The story is set in a fantasy replica of Earth, where a group of gods have turned every person on Earth into players of a horrifying game of life and death. The protagonist, Seon Kim, has once witnessed the sadistic end of this game, where all except him dies. Given a miraculous second chance, he is taken back to just before it all began. Determined to construct his threads of fate, he will play the game of the gods and beat them at it this time. 7. A Returner's Magic Must Be Special. A Returner's Magic Must Be Special is a dark fantasy manhwa that tells the tale of human destruction and an apocalypse through the eyes of its protagonist, Dazir Arman. Witnessing the fall of humanity as one of the last 6 surviving humans due to the Shadow Labyrinth, Dazir thinks it has all come to an end as he prepares for his death. Just at his death, Dazir finds himself transported back 13 years ago. Given another chance to make up for the failures of the forthcoming future, Dazir is determined to change the past to affect the evident future. 6. Leveling Up with the Gods. Leveling Up with the Gods is another apocalyptic dark fantasy series infused with the exploration of mythical lores and legends. The series' protagonist, Kim Yuan, has once before experienced the destruction of both humans and gods at the hands of the adversary, which is the tower. Losing everything and on the brink of death, Kim Yuan is given another chance through the sacrifice of his comrades and returns to the past. Now armed with the experience to match his unrivaled talent, he attempts to climb the tower again and change the date of all within the tower. 5. The World After the Fall. The World After the Fall is also an apocalyptic dark fantasy manhwa that explores the potential fictional destruction of humanity in a world embedded with supernatural powers. However, rather than the premise of reincarnation or going back in time, as is typical of an isekai fantasy, this manhwa explores the possibility of what lies beyond the potential humanity's destruction, all from the purview of the story's protagonist. The story focuses on Chuan, the headstrong protagonist summoned like other humans as walkers into the Tower of Nightmares. With humanity's hope hanging on the walkers, they slowly progress in the tower and encounter the returning stone, a regression stone. With walkers now given the chance to return in time, humanity's hope slowly dwindles until only one is left, Chuan. Choosing to move forward only, what he will encounter at the top of the tower remains a mystery. 4. Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint. Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint presents a post-apocalyptic experience infused with mythical and legendary lore. The story focuses on Kim Dokja, a young man who derives no pleasure in his life aside from a particular book that he manages to finish. His life is turned upside down when reality becomes the book he just finished reading. Now the only person with complete knowledge of this new reality, Kim Dokja becomes the unwanted center of attraction of a dangerous game held at the behest of variously connected dimensions and mythical figures. 3. Second Life Ranker. Second Life Ranker pictures a story of revenge mixed with the magical and supernatural. The manhwa tells the tale of Yun-woo, a man searching for his twin brother, who has been missing for 5 years. Yun-woo stumbles upon clues that lead to the certainty of his brother's death in an alternate dimension. Determined to find the culprits behind his brother's death, Yun-woo embarks on his quest for revenge and, along the way, unravels the mysteries surrounding his brother and the mysterious Tower of the Sun God. 2. Solo Leveling. The famous solo leveling manhwa is set in a world connected to other dimensions, and humans have developed supernatural skills and abilities and can now become hunters. The story revolves around Sung Jin-woo, an E-rank hunter and a nobody. Things take a surprising turn after a dungeon raid goes wrong, and Jin-woo emerges as the lone survivor. Jin-woo awakens with a strange new power, a unique leveling system. Accepting his new power-up, Jin-woo will rise from the lowly E-rank hunter to become the most powerful entity in the universe. 1. Tower of God. One of the few manhwa to have received an anime adaptation, Tower of God sits atop the pile for dark fantasy manhwa due to its carefully crafted storyline and more than intriguing characters, coupled with its more than appropriate visuals. The series focuses on the protagonist, a young hero, 25th Bam, who is determined to climb up the tower, a mysterious tower containing different floors, each containing other worlds and obstacles. Bam is determined to climb the tower to find his friend, Rachel, who has gone up into the tower. His quest will lead him through a difficult journey and will lead to the unraveling of the mysteries of the tower, its inhabitants, and Bam himself. Whether he can reunite with his precious friend remains to be seen.
Hello. Thank you for watching the video. Be sure to like and subscribe. If you have any suggestions for future content, comment and let me know. I know many are not comfortable with AI art. But, I am saving to gather supplies to delve into other art styles. It will take time. But, I am hoping to get into resin, woodworking, and metalworking. All I ask, please enjoy my videos.